Yes, so ETHKL is an independent community meetup that focuses on Ethereum and related technologies. It's a place for people in Malaysia and KL specifically to meet each other and learn together and share with each other. And what we don't do is we don't talk about price or do any shilling of any coins. In May 2018, for those who remember, there was this huge ICO hype. There were a lot of meetups happening in KL, but pretty much all of them were talking about some ICO and how you can buy their coins. Some members in the space wanted to have a meetup where people can focus on the technology itself and learn about this fascinating thing that is changing the world. One of the devs, Dave Appleton, was very hardcore at pushing for this, but he wasn't very interested in running the meetups logistically himself. So it was tasked to me, and I got some friends, some colleagues to volunteer and help run the first meetup. The first meetup itself actually got started because Dave knew Michael from Infura, and Michael was in town in KL. So we felt that it was a good time to do something, and we got Matthew from ETHKL, and we did a panel on the important infrastructure in Ethereum, Infura and ETHKL. From there, we had met support to continue and get ETHKL to support the community. So we've been doing all these meetups since then. The main activity that ETHKL runs is this in-person meetup that we do every month. Recently, we've been doing it at different campuses around KL, such as Sunway and APU. We've also done workshops, whether in person or online. We do study groups in a small hacker house. We've done talks in companies' offices or on campuses of universities. We even had a very interesting online meetup on Gather Town where we had people answering quizzes about Ethereum. In May of 2023, we had an in-person half-day event in Sunway where there were 200 people and 3 different tracks for people to learn from. And in October, we'll be having our first big conference and hackathon in Sunway University again. We're hoping to get 500 people or more to join us, and we'd love to see you there. So some people have said that they have this perception that ETHKL is only for hardcore developers who are already well versed with Web3. So that's something that we want to fix. It's not just for people who are already deep in the rabbit hole. It can also be for people who are completely beginner. We do a lot of 101 talks and introduction to, let's say, setting up your own wallet or introduction to setting up a smart contract if you are a developer not familiar with Web3. And we've also recently started out some non-technical content, such as brainstorming on the public goods use cases of Ethereum, or understanding some key concepts that are nothing to do with programming, but understanding how blockchains and other technologies work. And hopefully in the near future, we can get people to come together and work on a project that actually does something in the real world that shows how Ethereum can improve the lives of people or improve the world. ETHKL is for anybody who is interested to learn about Ethereum, whether you are experienced, whether you are a programmer, whether you're an academic, or just someone who found the whole thing fascinating. It's a place for you to come and meet each other and learn from each other. Hopefully, with this in place, we get to grow the community and then be able to contribute a lot more. The main thing that we want to provide is a Schelling point or a meeting point for people to, again, come together and learn from each other so that we can grow the community and grow this idea of public permissionless blockchains together so that it can become this powerful thing that helps the world and do it in a right way. So the easiest thing to do is join the in-person meetups. All these intimidating things that you hear about how the technology is confusing and complicated, you can meet people who can explain to you these things in simpler concepts or simpler examples in ways that can help you understand it better. And by joining that meetup, you can then join our Telegram group, follow us on Twitter, follow us on on our website. We're always open to any kind of contributions, whether you want to give a workshop or you want to volunteer at our events. The whole space is open, and it's up to how you want to be able to provide to the community. What we care most about is that you are committed and you are doing it for the right reasons. Personally, for me, it's twofold. So the vision is that on one side, we want to show the world that Malaysians can do it and can make it in this space. We already have two examples. The teams of ETHKL and CoinGecko are prominently Malaysian, and they've done products that the whole world uses. So we think that Malaysians can do it without having to be rich or connected or based in Silicon Valley. Create products that can change the world for the better and do it out of Malaysia. One thing that I wish to see in the future is that there could be a $1 billion project or a project that makes a profound change in the world, and we find out that the people who started these things actually met each other at ETHKL. And if that happens, then I can say my job is done. If you think that ETHKL or Ethereum is intimidating and this rabbit hole goes on and on, don't worry, that's the case for everybody. If you join our community, you can then learn from people who have been through that experience, through that journey, and they can help to share with you. Ethereum has some of the smartest and most kind, most sharing people in the world, and that's the kind of culture that ETHKL wants to try and maintain, and we try our best to live up to that.